We now took away the ability to have them come out with a 4/4 every turn. Hello, Snugglebugs. Welcome to today's Hearthstone video. We're coming at you with a little bit of Blood Death Knight. Definitely up there as one of the best decks in the game, and honestly, it's probably because it's one of the only main control decks in the game today. And as much as I will admit I'm tired of seeing only Death Knight be out there, control is my style of gameplay, so it's one of the decks I've actually been playing off camera the most, just because it's the playstyle that I enjoy, on top of having a good win rate. So if you're the type who enjoys the control archetype, and of course wants to climb the ladder, I feel like this is the way to go. Okay, looks like, well, I mean, I guess I was going to say it could just be the more aggressive bubble pally, but we don't know that for sure. Don't want to jump to too many conclusions. All right, so, but if that's the case, if we do think that's what it is, we're probably going to want, oh man, I mean, Asphyxiate can be good because it'll kill them through the Divine Shield, which, of course, normally slows us down from hurting them. Okay, now are they going to trade here? Because if not, this might just be a good early game Asphyxiate to give us control of the board back where we don't have too many other options. Nope, they are value trading, so it's maybe not as worth it. Now, to be fair, our only other play, our Ghoul, because, I mean, we don't really need to do 2 damage, but that would be pretty good, right? So this is going to die anyway. We might as well not take the damage on my other minion. Now, Sylvanas could actually be really key here if we get it infused, again, because they're eventually going to come up with potentially a large minion with that bubble, and to be able to just be like, thanks. Thanks for giving us the bubble. Ooh, little dragons in their belly? I like it. I like it. I think because the 4/1, I mean, I know Construct Quarter is just way too good. I think we are going to swing. But that's all we can really do right now. Next turn, we might be able to Astalor, come out with our little Ghoul charge and swing as well. And then the turn after, we might Construct Quarter. So behind on getting that Construct Quarter out. If we had Tour Guide, maybe we could have obviously played that ahead of time. So here's one of those examples of, I think Asphyxiate is good because not only does it kill a 4/3 Divine Shield minion, but it prevents them from drawing a single card there and playing more and drawing more later. So I will go Asphyxiate. And I'll just hit this. That way, again, we might be able to trade next turn. The fact that they actually have Bronze Explorer makes me think they're actually a more mid-range, longer-term game plan than what I originally thought with the Divine Shields. That tends to be more aggressive. So this is like a pure Paladin, like I guess that's just it, a pure Paladin list, and they're going for more range and depth versus aggressiveness. Now, the Construct Quarter, we can still summon the Ghoul, which can then, we can't get the 1 damage with the Ghoul, unfortunately, but I still think it's a worthwhile play. Ghoul, kill the Ghoul, trade into their Muckborn servant, and then take out their dragon. And now we also still have a possibility of a value trade there as well. And next turn, if they kill this, and we really want to, we can play Tour Guide and trade in the Ghoul to give us our fully infused Sylvanas. Well, this is a battle cry, so 5/5 is not really something that I'm super concerned with. We might actually just Ghoul charge and then Ghost Rider to give us a couple spells. Again, I think Obliterate, because we get through Divine Shields that way, and Asphyxiate. We kind of have our game plan of controlling the board by ignoring their Divine Shield minions, and so those are really big to help us through that. We're also going to gain some armor. I will say, though, we have not started with a very strong lifesteal or life gain ability, which might come back to hinder us in the future. This will come undone. So I'm trying to see what we can possibly work with here with 8 mana. I mean, we do have Sylvanas if we really wanted to take over the Leviathan. Blood Boil will be good later. I mean, it could be decent now, honestly, just because. Let's see, if we Blood Boil, Hero Power, hit face, and then value trade, 2 of them will die. I'll gain 4 health. I mean, let's just Soul Stealer, actually. I'm okay with this. Yeah, where they're more controlly, yes. I mean, a good thing we have another second one of these, but I feel like this is good for the wide board, and if they start pumping out big singular minions again, now we have multiple ways of dealing with that for the future state. And again, this deck's game plan truly is just to not die.
Why won't you die?
That's how this deck usually wins. You play your Alexandros Mograine over here, which just hits them for 3 every turn, and you just don't die, and eventually it chips away at them. Okay, I mean, here's another wide board. I guess a Soul Stealer probably would have been decent to keep. But that being said, I almost kind of want to just steal their Steward, the Steward, because that way they don't get their buffed dudes. And then we can asphyxiate, trade, and just like that, we now took away the ability to have them come out with a 4/4 every turn. I think that was worth it. Again, not the most damage removed from the board, but we're taking away from our opponent's game plan, which is, in my opinion, probably more important. I say that with such emphasis on probably more important, in my opinion, but it was. I think that was the way to go. Okay. Didn't get Reborn, but they got Rush, Wind Fury, so they can double tap. They didn't get Rush. As weird as it does look bad for us, that is such a big minion that playing our other Soul Stealer here now is, I think, just the way to go. It's a shame that isn't whenever you summon something with your hero power. Could you imagine us getting 4/4 ghoul charges? That'd be amazing. Comes prepared. Sure, they sure do. I think we're coming up to a point where we'll be able to use our Construct Quarter valuably again. Now they might hit to get a bigger minion with Lifesteal, I suppose. So maybe Obliterate, if that's the case. Oh, shoot. That'll wet your whistle. Are you going to hit with this yet? No, they're going to wait until they can attack something. That's my guess. I think what we actually need to do here is Blood Boil, Tour Guide, Hero Power, use Construct Quarter on the Tour Guide. So this hits there. That way this one can go face before we play the other Construct Quarter. And at the very least, take away their ability to get that on a Lifesteal minion. Yeah. Now, this is still going to be a big buff that if they hit with this, they'll be able to hit me for 7, 11, like, what's that, 13? No, they're just going to trade. Okay. Yeah, at this point, I'm all for them saving health. I think we have to be really careful, though, where that's going to grow huge. Oh, my. Okay. Okay. Makes things a little bit trickier. Well, I think we just Soul Stealer again. Oh, shoot, I missed 4 damage. Ah, darn it. Oops. Okay, I did miss 4 damage there. That was my fault. Okay. They're really trying to keep something on board. I feel that. Because of that, we are going to take this. We can pop this bubble, transform this into a minion here, play this to gain 5 more armor and gain another corpse. So they're in top deck mode. Now I will say the weapon has been buffed to 11 plus 11. So it's not like they don't have, they have basically 13 swing damage plus a 3 on board. They have 16. I don't know what top deck they could do to get another effectively 9 damage. But I'm not saying it's not impossible with a Countess something or other, right? Yeah. 12/12 Divine Shield is pretty big. Muster for battle. A lot of little 1/1 Silverhand recruits. Another Corpse Explosion would be good, and I could pop some of these bubbles so that way, because it's lifesteal, so it doesn't just give me 2 health. I'd have to pop the bubbles or else they'd hit for 0. I think he's debating on value trading, or using its 12/12 bubble to hit my 5/5. Personally, if I were them, I'd start going face right now, just because I think that's the only chance they have is if I don't have an answer to the 12/12. Was I wrong? Was the 12-12 summon from before? Interesting. Let's see. Okay, let's not dwell on that too much. I think here we just play Astalor, see where these hit. Okay, so we actually have a lot of good lines here now. Trade, trade, value trade, ghoul, all that. Okay, playing the long game here. I will say that I think they missed hitting me for 12. But I might have been... See, there's the Countess top deck, so they're going to have another free legendary to play. Oh, they... Surprised they didn't... Interesting. I guess they're trying to get as much value out of that as possible, but... Alright, let's start drawing some cards. Tour guide. Patchwork could be good when if they for some reason hold on to one. To try to spread out their threats. Let me Arcanite Reaper, Tour Guide, Hero Power, Trade. Or it's Arcanite Ripper, sorry. The Reaper is the warrior weapon, the 5/2. But we'll Arcanite Ripper. And yeah, we'll wait. Maybe we'll try to hold Patchwork for a turn or two, or if they play a big minion on the board and we just need to use it to clear. Ideal scenario is they use them all, keep one in their hand, play one or two, so I can remove the one on the board, the one on their hand, and just something else in their deck. Do like me a good Patchwork. I think it's a little, I don't want to say too strong, but it's definitely one of the most disruptive cards. I love disruptive cards, though, again, because I do like control. Okay, now, if they somehow found 3 charge minions here, we could actually be in trouble. There are some legendary charge minions. Okay, I mean, that gives me, what, 2/2? Yeah, with lifesteal? Sure. Harvester, gotcha. They did get a King Crush, though. Okay. What's the plan, though? So that I take 2, I take 9. Sure, okay. Let's draw a couple. I think this is good. Draw. Corpse Explosion, not so good. I need to kill as much as possible is the difficulty here. I mean, I could just Corpse Explosion after hitting for 2, and that would leave them back to top deck mode. But I can technically clear everything but, say, the 3/4. But that still leaves me getting hit for 5, 6 damage next turn. You know what? Let's just go for the Corpse Explosion. Again, don't know if that's actually the right call, but in my mind, it's probably one of the safest because this clears the board. They are purely top decking with just a 1 damage, technically 2 damage ability, and without the Countess, they don't really have too many ways of discovering things. I can now Patchwork if I really want to, just to, or maybe I'll wait. It's always the tough part, right? Patchwork, I think, is now... Well, let's see, actually, because we can get Ghost Rider. Might need the lifesteal now. Yeah, I'm gonna forego trying to get 2. That is not what I was hoping for. We can take Glacial Advance, so we can... See, that's 3, then that would be 5, so I can actually take this out. If I Hero Power and Weapon, and then Asphyxiate... I don't think this is... I don't know if this is the right play or not, but we're doing it. There we go. That seems so weird, but he's in pure top deck mode, and I'm down to 7, and I'm just a little bit afraid. I'm not gonna lie. They're just playing some cards like a little bit different than what I would have seen, and I just want to make sure. Oh wow, that's big for them. Yep. Gives me a bit of work I need to do now. See, wow, and they could play it all too. Wow, 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 wow.
Wow, 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 wow.
So we could Patchwork and Asphyxiate, which will kill 2 minions. Since there's 2 on the board in particular, I really want to kill. The best bet is to Patchwork first. Try to hit one of the 2 big taunts. Okay. Then we Asphyxiate to destroy the 6. And then we hit that. Now, what I could have potentially done, since they only had 6 damage on board, is hit them in the face, setting us up for a counter lethal because they only had 6 damage on the board. That is something that maybe I should have thought of, because now they're going to be able to play a bunch of Divine Shield buff Silverhand recruits, and currently I don't have a way to deal with them. And off the top of my head, the only lethal I think I have is my weapon, possibly Vizier if something dies, maybe School Teacher again, possibly. No Muncher would be okay. No, it wouldn't. They'd all have Divine Shield. And then, or Alexandros would be lethal. Okay. I suppose that, yeah. Oh. See, it's a good thing. It's a good thing that I did that, because they would have drew lethal with the Disco Maul. Yep, and then they're just doing the same thing I was just talking about doing. Putting me down. Blood Boil cannot give me lethal, because cannot heal me enough, because they're all Divine Shielded, which means that it actually just wouldn't heal me. It would just pop their bubbles and do nothing. So I think our only choice... Well, let me see. We can't kill them all. Ghoul Charge could pop 1. These could pop 2. This would then heal me by 6, which put me up to 7. This is currently only 3, so as long as this one is one that dies, they'd only be able to do 4 damage to me. So I either have to say, do I want to live? 100%. I think that is... I know this is weird, but I think that is exactly what I'm doing. So let's Blood Boil, Hero Power, pop. I guess it doesn't really matter for these other ones. Pop, pop. Boom, boom, boom. Then we gain 6. They should only maximum be able to deal 4 if that is a minion. Maybe 5 if it doesn't hit the secondary minion that comes out. I'm sure there was a lot more ways I could have played this game not as safe and possibly came out to win, but made a good call at one point. That weapon definitely would have killed me. Now let's see if they just want to see this through, because technically I only take 1 fatigue damage next turn. I can only actually do 7 with what's on the board. Yeah. Oh, they're dealing 2 damage to themselves, though. If I was them... Well, no, because I'm going to heal 2 from this. I was going to say... Yeah, they're going to... Oh, they are... Why would they swing... first? They just missed... Wait a minute. Did they miss 4 damage? They missed lethal. Okay. Well, that's kind of interesting. I think actually we just win, don't we? Now that I say that, 7... no, this is... I didn't even need to do this. What did I even pick? Asphyxiate? Why not? Hit, and then they'll get fatigue. Yeah, they actually missed lethal on me, though. Surprisingly. Because they didn't... I guess what they hoped was that it would go on the Divine Shield minions and I wouldn't have enough to kill them, and then they'd kill me next turn, but they missed lethal there. So if you enjoyed that, like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps us out. We're sitting at about 85% of people who are not subscribed, and it really goes a long way. Hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.